Well, April 1st finally arrived, and I saw 67 degrees. I was all excited, and I thought, 'tis the season to be camping. And even though I do sometimes go in the winter, this winter it's been kind of out of the question. And but I went today because I saw someone else get these online, and what they are is they're little solar powered lights, and like that. Of course, the little solar thing is there on top, solar panel, and at the bottom, now this thing here just pulls out, and it's a stake. You just flip it around and stick it back in there, and now you get stake to stick it in the ground. And I got 2 of these, but I'm going to go back and get more. I had to do some grocery shopping today, so I got 2 of these for now, and these are on sale for only $2.99. And what these are going to replace are the tiki torches that I normally use. I am still going to use some tiki torches, but because you got to pay for fuel in the tiki torches to use them all the time, why not get these? Because a lot of the tiki torches I use simply light a path in and out of Camper Hollow and different areas around there. And I thought, for $2.99, even if a person bought 10 or 20 of these, hopefully they're going to last a long time. And when I was looking at it, externally, it doesn't look like there's any way to turn that thing on. There's no switch or anything, but apparently you're supposed to take the top off, like that, and there's a tab inside there, and you simply pull that to activate the light. Now I gotta look at these more. It looks like it has 2 screws in there, and sometime I'm gonna, obviously I can take that out. I'm gonna pull that out and see what's in there. Probably the battery and stuff like that. So that's actually the unit right there. Solar panel on top, batteries in there, and the light bulb is just right there in the middle. So now this globe part, is where the light spreads, of course. But I thought, that's the neatest thing in the world. For $2.99, a tiki torch costs about that same amount of money. And I thought, they can hold up a few seasons if you take care of them. But I thought a light, something like this, seems like it's going to hold up longer. And the fuel is free, right? We get the fuel from the sun. And I've got one sitting in the window now. I'm going to put this one back in there. So, amongst my supplies, this is, some of the things I wanted to get. So I'm starting to get these, and they're going to be handy down at Camper Hollow. You can go around, just stick them in the ground, and when people come in and out to visit, it'll just kind of guide them in, because some nights get pretty dark down there, and when they're going from their vehicle, walking down the hill to the campsite, it helps to have a little something there, especially if I invite new people that haven't been there before, it'll guide them in. The tiki torches look pretty neat, because it looks like something out of a Survivor show, and I kind of like the looks of those better. But I thought, for something like this, that's still gonna throw a little light along the way, and that's all you need, when you're camping, to light a path, something like this. And these are going to store much easier than the tiki torches. I just moved my tiki torches from one storage place to another recently, and I've been carrying about a dozen of these things, and they're flopping all over and stuff like that. So these, I think what I'll do eventually with these is I'll take a 5-gallon bucket and just put these all in the 5-gallon bucket, and I'll just as long as I can get them for $2.99, I'll keep buying these. Maybe a little bit every week. I'll buy a bunch of these, and because I thought they would even work inside a tent or a trailer or something like that. If you had enough of these, this base, that whole base comes right off if you wanted to. And I think that, I don't know how well that would set up there, but you could probably fabricate some other kind of base, or you could just set that on a desk. If you had like even a half a dozen of them lined up, I think it's going to throw enough light to have a little light in there that you're not going to have to keep buying batteries and stuff like that. You just keep charging these, and I'm sure you can use them indoors just as well as you can outdoors. And perfect solution, you know, for just having a little bit of light. And one of the things I thought of too, these can serve as a night light in your home, you know. And I don't usually use a night light here because the outside light shines through the bedroom window a little bit. It illuminates just enough so if I wake up in the middle of the night, I can, you know, see to get up and turn the light on. But, you know, if you need a little extra light, you know, for like that, I think one or two of these would work perfect. You know, a lot of people get the night lights, you stick in the plug and turn on, you know. And I even found the ones that'll come on automatically when it gets dark. Those are kind of handy. But I thought, why not get these? You know, it's not going to cost you anything other than to buy it, you know. And I may look online sometime and see what the lifespan of these might be. But I suspect as long as you take care of them, you know, that you should be able to get a good long time use out of them. And once I open that up inside, I'm going to take a look, see what there's for batteries in there. And I think it would even be possible to replace those batteries because eventually they'll wear out, of course. All rechargeables will. And so once I open it up, I'll see what's in there and share what I think on that to see if you know, I think they're going to last a long time if you replace batteries or cells or whatever's in there. But that was just I saw them today. I actually got these at the grocery store I stopped at, and I was surprised to see them there because it's something that had been on my list. And so I did my grocery shopping today, and I'm going to see how much money I left. But tomorrow I'm going to go down. I might buy a few of them. I might buy 3 more, you know, and then every week just buy a few more. These are going to be on sale for a month or two, so while they're on sale, I'm going to try to get down there every week and just pick up a few. You know, and that's the best way I've found of doing things, because I'm revamping my whole camping equipment back, and I've been talking about doing a canopy type of thing, you know, with backpacking tents around it. And I'm just kind of going back and forth on things because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my setup small while still having all the luxuries of home, you know, or at least close to it, you know. Of course, you know, I don't plan on setting up hot and cold running water in there, you know, because I can heat water on the stove. I have a big pan for that. I've just learned different ways of doing things. It takes a little more effort. Some people like to set things up where they got running water and stuff like that, you know. And if you want to carry that extra stuff, that's fine. But I'll take one of those 7-gallon water jugs with the spout on it, and I just use that. You can rinse your dishes and everything with that. I'll set it up on a table or whatever, and those are fine. You got all the running water you need. And for hot water, basically, I don't need that running out of spigot anyway, because usually I use that for, you know, washing dishes, bathing, things like that. So I use that out of a dish pan, you know, pour it in a dish pan to wash dishes, or, you know, heat a 5-gallon bucket of water to wash with. And it's very simple. You don't need to get real carried away, because I did, and I love camping so much. I would, you know, carry everything. I had like, you know, 3-4 tents, something like that, and take them all down there. I basically carry 2 tents now, especially for one person. And I carry a couple tents because I like to have a little extra equipment. If somebody, you know, came down or something, I got a tent that'll sleep, you know, half a dozen people. I mean, granted, they're going to be cramped in there, so you wouldn't normally sleep that many, but you could probably sleep 3 or 4 comfortably. So I keep a little extra around, and I'm as far as the canopy. And a lot each time I record about this, it changes. So don't quote me on any of this stuff. But I have a bunch of tent poles, and I thought, why not just use the tent poles for it? And that'll be just as easy. All I got to do is carry one 2x3. Because I've used this before for setting up tarps and stuff, you know, over the tent, in front of the tent, stuff like that. And I thought, all I gotta do is the same thing they did before. My other 2x3s, I had thrown them all out, you know, and stuff like that. I just got rid of a bunch of stuff. Didn't have any place to put them at the time. And but what I'm going to do is I'll pick up another one. They don't cost much anyway. And basically what it takes on each end of that, and I put the 2x3, I don't put like flat side down like this when I set it up. It goes like this, and then the tent pole would go up underneath it. And I just take I bought a drill bit that would be the size of the top of the tent pole and just drill in through the bottom. So when I put that tent pole in there, it'll go into the 2x3, of course. And then all I got to do is run ropes out that and stake it down, and simply put a tarp over it. And because the 2x3 is on top of the tent poles aren't going to poke through the tarp. Quite a while back, you know, before I did stuff like that, before I figured some of that stuff out, I would just set tent poles up and use the grommets in the tarp. And then I tried to figure out how am I going to get one in the center of that thing. I'd use a block of wood, but if it got windy, you know, it'd fall out and stuff like that. So just over the years, I've learned some better ways of doing things, and I always did kind of a good size setup because, of course, when my kids were at home, I have two daughters. You know, I had a 2-room cabin tent, so we had plenty of room and big setup and stuff like that. But just myself now, I'm you know, working on some different ideas, but hopefully should get them up pretty soon. But hopefully in my next one I'll have more information about these. I don't know, it's just something. Do you ever get something that you just, you know, that you really like, it was just the neatest thing? That's one of it for me. You know, maybe I'm still a kid, I don't know, but that's just one of those things, because it doesn't take much space, and I don't have to keep buying fuel for it. So, you know, next video, hopefully I'll have more info on it. See you then.